Okay, in front of us we'll see our breakfast and dinner vocabulary list for this unit. Now it is a longer list, but it's mostly just vocab and making sure we understand what they are. So I'll go through them real quick, make sure you're getting this stuff down as we go through. Starting off top of the left column, we have jugo/zumo. Both of these are Spanish words for juice. Jugo is the one more commonly used in Latin America. Zumo is used in Spain. Arroz is next. Arroz is a Spanish word for rice. Dulces are sweets or candies. A manzana is an apple. Cena is the Spanish word for dinner. Postre is the Spanish word for dessert. Berenjena is a Spanish word for an eggplant. A fresa is a strawberry. Ajo is garlic. Coliflor, like many of you would guess, is cauliflower. Cordero is a Spanish word for lamb. Pan tostado is a Spanish word for toast or bread that's been toasted. Té is tea. Maíz is corn. Café con leche is coffee with milk. Broccoli is broccoli. Pato is duck. Pollo is chicken. You'll actually see that list on here twice, so don't worry about it if it's on there twice. Mariscos, the Spanish word for shellfish or seafood. Durazno is a peach. A huevo is an egg. Yogurt is, of course, yogurt. Aceite is a Spanish word for oil. Apio is a Spanish word for celery. Mantequilla is a Spanish word for butter. Tocino is bacon. Desayuno is breakfast. Fruta is fruit. Galletas are cookies. Cerdo is pork. Pavo is turkey. Plátano is a banana. A cereza is a cherry. Carne is the category of meat. Frijoles are the Spanish word for beans. Cereales, Spanish word for grain or cereals. Pan is a Spanish word for bread. Again, that's going to show up again, just to make sure we have it. As does tomate, which is the Spanish word for tomato. Tronja is a grapefruit. Limonada is lemonade. Chocolate is the Spanish word for chocolate. Verduras are vegetables. Venado is a Spanish word for venison, which is the meat that comes from a deer. Naranjas are oranges. Pimienta is pepper. Conejo is rabbit. Ternera is veal, which is the meat of a younger baby cow, which is very common in Europe. Cereal is cereal. Frambuesa is a raspberry. Zanahoria is a carrot. A limon is a lemon. Uvas are grapes. Bebidas is the general category of drinks. Beefsteak is a Spanish word for steak or beef. Cebolla is an onion. Salchicha would be the Spanish word for sausage. Espinacas is spinach. Pan dulce is the Spanish word for pastries, things like donuts, those kinds of things. Pastel is cake. Lechuga is the Spanish word for lettuce. Pescado at the top of the last column is fish. Lima is a lime. The next ones we have are all silverware. A vaso is a glass. Sorry, I skipped one. Plato is next, which is a plate. Serviette is a napkin. Tenedor is a fork. Cuchara is a spoon. Cuchillo is a knife. We have some verbs next, like cortar, which means to cut. Mezclar, which means to mix. Añadir, which means to add. Calentar, which means to heat up. Poner, which means to put. Hacer, which means to do or to make, like we've talked about. Agua is next, which is water. Leche is there, which is milk. Jamón is the Spanish word for ham, and the last three we've already seen, so you don't need to really worry about them. That's our vocab list that you need to go over. There are quite a few words there, but for the most part, they're all taken care of. As you go through this stuff, if you haven't already, it's alright. It went fast. Make sure that you have it down. Make sure that you can pause and go through as you go. We'll get this stuff taken care of. We'll get it practiced, then we'll move on. Have the list ready. Okay?